What are you getting up to there, Zippy? You and George, but you have me in stitches. Morning, welcome to another thrill-packed edition of e-NV200 Adventures. You joined me this morning from e-NV200 Towers as I'm just reading and swatting up on the latest information there on Rainbow and the team. Because today we were going to go out and try and find George and Zippy and the rest of the gang, and we were planning to stay local, but today I've decided, after much research, that Bradford is the place to go. Now, Mrs. C is upstairs sleeping away. It's raining outside, and I'm sure she'll be most happy in a minute when I go up and take her a morning coffee and just let her know the good news that yes, we are indeed going to Mrs. C's hometown, the birthplace of Mrs. C, Bradford. I'm sure she'll be delighted. Anyway, I'm going to just continue to swat up. Oh no, wait on, I just remembered. We've had a very full mailbag this week. We've had a letter, so I'll just get on with the letter if I could. Shouldn't take too long. Let's have a look. Dear Mr. e-NV200 Adventures, just a quick letter to let you know how Elizabeth and I enjoyed last week's video. Union flags, Elgar and the great British pioneer spirit very much in evidence. We very much enjoyed it and are looking forward to the Rainbow Special. All the very best, George and Elizabeth Mannering. P.S. Could you play one of Bud Flanagan's classic songs? We are very partial to a bit of Bud. Well, I'm not sure, George. I'm not sure where we have any Bud Flanagan on the MP3 player, but we'll have a look and I'll see what I can find for you. Anyway, for now, I'm going to go take Mrs. C a nice cup of coffee, and the next time you'll see me, I'll be dressed, of course, my hair will be looking pristine, and we'll be in the car together.
Oh, my neck! It's chucking it down! It's just crazy out there. We're about to set course, or lay in course, for West Yorkshire's cultural capital, and that of course is Bradford. We're on the trail today of former stars of Rainbow. We have tried contacting Jeffrey Hayes. Unfortunately, he has now blocked all of my calls and implemented some kind of restraining order on me. Bungle, I did track Bungle down. He is retired and living in the Algarve with a male travelling bear companion. So it just pretty much now leaves George and Zippy, and this is why we're heading to Bradford today. We've heard tales that they might be hanging around the museum there, so we're all ready to go. After last week's craziness trying to do a huge journey on one charge, today we're putting our foot to the floor. We've got 100% charge, and we're really gonna screw the off this car and get there as quickly as we can, because at the end of the day it's 70 miles. We can get there, and we believe that we have a car park where we can put it onto a 7 kilowatt charger. And by the time we get back to the car from said museum, then everything will be all fine and we'll have enough charge to get back home. That's the plan. Anyway, I'd like to welcome you all to my good lady wife, Mrs. C, your friend and mine. A round of applause for Mrs. C, please. A momentous round of applause there. That was fantastic. Anyway, we're going to draw off. We've sent the route to the sat nav. We're all set to go, and we will see you on the journey very soon. Right, back to reality and back to being serious now. We've got it's a 72-mile journey going from Hull to Bradford in West Yorkshire. Basically, I mean, we've got 100%, 146 miles on the gom. We can just do 70 miles an hour where we can the whole way. a 7 kilowatt charger at Bradford, this car park. It's a shopping centre again. So yeah, hopefully we can plug that in. It's free. There is a rapid charger very, very close to the museum where we're going today, and it would have been ideal to use. It's by New Motion, but when I looked into it, it transpired that basically you need one of their cards to initiate the charge, which of course we don't have, and we didn't have the time to get that. But wouldn't it be so much simpler if we could go to any brand, any make of rapid charger with our debit card, our contactless means of payment, touch it against the screen and whatever? That's easy, surely. Why can't they do that? Instead we've got like half a dozen apps on the phone, we've got cards and whatever else. I'm sure they'll catch up eventually. There's got to be a uniform way of paying for rapid charges. But yeah, today in Bradford, the charger we're planning on using is in a shopping centre, and that will be, hopefully, if it's available, I think they've got 4 7 kilowatts. That should be free. So yes, we're driving into the middle of Bradford to go to, I think it used to be called the Film and Photography Museum. I think it's Science and Media Museum. Now, I'm not sure, we'll find out when we get there. But yes, of course, in Bradford, it's just 72 miles from Hull, out west. My good lady wife, Mr. C, reigns from Bradford. So having a translator with us will help a lot today. They do speak a very, very different form of English there. Much worse than my English. And that's why we have brought with us today the Oxford West Yorkshire thesaurus. Lots of T's there. We've got to exit and to entrance. They do indeed have an abundance of T's in Bradford. Everything is basically, hey up wife, get us to tea. Something like that, isn't it, Sharon? And then of course, because they've got so many T's left over, Bradford itself to me is spelled B-R-A-D, Brad, but in Bradford itself they do call it Brat, B-R-A-T, is that right, Bradford? It's true. I don't lie, these are all real facts, I tell you, real facts. You asked the mother-in-law, Bradford. Yes. Just as we're speeding down here, you will not be able to hear this, but we're taking the car into the Nissan dealer on Tuesday next week. We've got a very, very annoying tapping noise coming roughly from around the handbrake, perhaps coming from underneath my seat. But I've checked everything, I've looked at the cables under there, I've done everything I can to try to find the source of this annoying tapping, but it is, you can't hear it now obviously because I'm shouting against the noise of the tyres on the road, but it is very, very, it's like metal tinging upon metal. Sorry, the sat-nav is just throwing me a little bit. So yeah, it's booked in next Tuesday, hopefully they can find it. I hope they can find it, because if we get it back and they've not found it, that'd be really disappointing, because you don't spend the thick end of 30,000 on a car and have to live with a tapping. But we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully those guys will find it. It's just incredibly annoying. I mean, it's Graham Norton annoying. It's just, they've got to find this thing, otherwise I will just go crazy. I will just go mad. Anyway, we're going to continue on this wonderful journey of ours. We'll be back soon with some fun facts about Rainbow. So yeah, we'll see you real soon. Well, that went rubbish, didn't it? Bloody neck. I need a script. I just can't remember what I've got to say. Anyway, how was the t-shirt sales going? You know, the ones with e-NV True Pioneer. How we selling? None? I thought they would have been a big sell. I thought they'd sell like hotcakes. I was 8x10 glosses selling of yours, you know, the ones with the smell of perfume and the signature. 62. 62? I told you they'd sell. Selling like hotcakes. How are the hotcakes selling?
2 packets.
2 packets, not bad, not bad. Bloody hell, we've left the camera on. Yeah, we're just passing a BP garage right now, and they've got, they too are celebrating the 46th anniversary of Rainbow. You'll probably seen it everywhere. We've done the same on our Twitter account. We've changed our Twitter logo to the rainbow flag. Everybody's on the bandwagon. I've seen it on Radio Humberside, and that's our fantastic local radio station here. The BBC have done it, Argos have done it. Last week we picked up a giant trampoline for our daughter Clara, and even their website there was emblazoned with the rainbow flag. So I'm glad to see the country is getting behind this 46th anniversary of Rainbow, and us too in our own small way are wanting to celebrate the life and times of George and Zippy, Jeffrey and Bungle, of course Rod, Jane and Freddie. It's a show that taught us as children right from wrong, taught us how to read and how to sing nursery rhymes and how to count, and also how to be quite annoying. Zippy, of course, was very annoying, quite a bully to his mate George there, who, let's face it, he was slightly camp, and maybe sort of lent himself to the abuse from Zippy, but of course that's a different story. But yeah, so today hopefully we can find George and Zippy behind glass, where they are immortalised as part of a museum exhibit on, I think, TV. But so that's what we're going to try and find today, basically.
Up above the streets and houses, rainbow climbing high. Everyone can see it smiling over the sky. Paint the whole world with a rainbow.
You cannot get my belly in this. 77 miles an hour now, flying along. Yeah, I mean, this week we're not having to worry about the battery. We're currently getting a very poor 2.3 miles to the kilowatt, but of course we don't care because getting a charge today is not a problem. I think we'll probably arrive with, and this is just a guess off the top of my head, I think we'll probably arrive with about, at these kind of crazy speeds, about 20% left when we get there. But all things, if it goes to plan, we can just get on one of those chargers there at the shopping centre, leave it to charge, and yeah, everything will be cool on the gang, no problem. Adventure again! e-NV200 adventures! Taking you places you've never been before, or frankly didn't want to go to, but you're coming with us anyway. Right, and we're back. We've got just over an hour now to the wondrous city of Bradford, and sitting beside me here, of course, is the wonderful and delightful Mrs. C, and she's going to impart to you, as ambassador for Bradford, she's going to tell you all about the wondrous city. Over to Mrs. C. Here we go. Fun facts.
There's nothing to say.
Well, I don't know nothing about Bradford.
I'm not talking about Bradford.
Why?
Take the second exit.
I haven't been there for 14 years.
Why not? Is it not wondrous?
Not as wondrous as Hull.
Well, of course it's not as wondrous as Hull. Nowhere is. Come on.
We've got a shopping centre. We've got one of them. We've got an ice rink. We've got an ice rink. We've got a library. We've got a library.
I never knew that you knew so much about Bradford. I tell you what, it's been an eye-opener. Of course, Mrs. C is here just purely for the looks. Obviously something pretty to look at as opposed to my ugly mug. And thank you on Twitter, Beardy McBeardface, saying that I have a face for radio. How dare you! The cheek of the man.
Exit and take the motorway entrance onto M606.
M606, Bradford.
Yep.
National Media Museum, look on the side.
Yeah.
take the 6th exit.
How many different
then
names does it
take
have?
the
I mean, that's
motorway
been
entrance
superimposed. It's a sign upon the sign, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah.
But it's called something different now, I'm sure it is.
In about 400 yards, there is a roundabout. Take the 5th exit.
It's back from where we came. Yeah, I'm having to step in now for Sharon, the Bradford ambassador, based in Hull now, not wanting to give too much away about Bradford, but what I can tell you straight away about Bradford is that it's built in some kind of valley. Now, most people would have thought, should we build a city? Let's build it in a valley. Let's not bother, it's too much of a hard job to do. But no, we're heading down now into the valley. Is that where the city centre is?
Yep, yep.
At the bottom of the valley. And of course they love curry here. It's the nation's curry capital. Yeah, apparently you can get a very, very good curry here. What restaurant do you recommend then, Sharon? What's that one you like? You don't like what?
They like curry.
Guidance.
You get in the Broadway car parking?
Yep. Alright, don't matter. We'll plug it in on the way back.
Aldo. Speaking a bit of lingo to that chap there. Aldo.
You're an idiot.
Right, we've arrived in sunny Bradford and we're parked in one of 4 charging bays here. And yeah, so super duper 3 spaces available, so we'll plug in, and whilst we're going to go see what we can at the museum, obviously we're going to get a free charge here. We've arrived on 17%, a bit less than what I thought I was gonna have, but we've flown down that motorway. I mean, we've done 77. I think we ended up doing the top speed of the car, which according to the speedometer is 84 miles per hour. So yeah, we've really give it a good blowout today. Not holding back at all, just driving it just like a regular petrol or diesel car. And so yeah, 17%. Not much more to say really. We've arrived. We had 26 miles left on the GOM. So yeah, we could have gone further if we needed to. Right, Seth, it's time to get out Google Maps and try and find the Museum of cinema and film, of photography, of science, whatever it's called nowadays. We'll just call it the Film and Photography Museum, and hopefully there, who can we find, do you think? Sooty and Sweep? No. George and Zippy!
Are you visiting the museum today?
We are, yeah, we're just going to pop to see George and Zippy.
Yeah, brilliant. Well,
Super.
that's just a guide.
Anyway, here we are, 72 miles from Hull, and after much searching around the building, here are the boys themselves. Of course, it's Zippy and George, world famous. Jeffrey ignored my calls. Of course, Bungle is strolling around the Algarve in his shorts with his boyfriend there. But ladies and gentlemen, after much searching, the one, the only, or the one's the only, it's Zippy and George. It was well worth the journey. I'm going to get my 1989 annual, get Zippy to autograph that, and yeah, we'll show you around the rest of the place. A lot of good stuff to see here at the Bradford Media Museum. Thunderbirds, come on. Good stuff. Right, the wife's getting embarrassed. I've got to go find a look at George and Zippy. Here we are with this fine gentleman here, born and bred in Bradford, and I've asked him the question, is it Bradford or is it indeed Bradford, as the mother-in-law says?
It really depends on what part of Bradford you come from. Me, I say Bradford, but it depends on your accent as well.
Of course, indeed. Super duper, well, this gentleman here has just given us this. It's the Bradford Police Museum. We're about to pop in, aren't we, and go have some fun in there. Is that right, Seth? We're going to have some fun? He's not telling me. All the best. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Right, so we've come inside Bradford's Tourist Information Centre, and these two delightful ladies here are going to answer the question, is it Bradford or is it indeed Bradford? Mother-in-law says Bradford. See what these ladies have to say.
Bradford.
So here we have it, that's one Bradford.
And I would say Bradford.
Indeed, there you have it, it's conclusive proof that is indeed Bradford and not Bradford. So now we've answered the question, I can get back to the embarrassed wife outside and we'll bid these ladies a fond farewell. Have a nice day, ladies. All the very best to you. Thank you. See you later, bye. So yeah, we're back at the car. I'm doing all this again because I hadn't pushed the record button. That was a good 7 minutes worth of stuff, wasn't it, Mrs. C? That was the best ever. We've had a fantastic day here in Mrs. C's hometown, and yeah, it was fantastic. She's got to speak Bradford again. It's been a pleasure watching her, you know, just sort of chit-chatting with the natives, and yeah, it's been wonderful to see that. Yes. Anyway. Anyway, this morning, of course, we had the letter from retired Captain Mannering. Is that really an electric car pulling into there?
Just passing through.
Yeah, he's just passing through because he saw me looking at him. Oh no, he is actually going to stop there. Anyway, back to serious matters here. We had a letter this morning off Captain Mannering, and he asked, it's not a request show, but we'd like to help people where we can. Captain Mannering was asking for some Bud Flanagan. Now, I've looked through my my old MP3 player, and unfortunately, we don't have any Bud Flanagan. But what we do have, as a family, is the mobile karaoke machine. So we're about to, once we get out of here and we're on a safe road, of course, health and safety comes first before karaoke, we'll be knocking out a little tune. So yeah, that's coming very soon. A little bit of on the road videoing by Mrs. C, and then straight into the song. So we go cover across the end credits, obviously, where it says dodgy camera work by Mrs. C and fantastic camera work by myself. Anyway, so that's coming very soon. We did have fun today at the Bradford Police Museum. We sort of got in my attempts to question the natives about whether it was Bradford or Bradford. We kind of got roped into that, but I tell you what, we had fun. That's going to make up part 2 of this video. It's going to be a separate independent Bradford Police special, which I'm sure you'll all be looking forward to. Very interesting, very informative down there, and you'll learn a lot about the Bradford Police and Victorian times and all kinds of stuff. But so that'll be coming soon. Anyway, for now, that's it. I want to bid you all a farewell. Not starting this again. I'm going to bid you all farewell. Thanks for watching, thanks for viewing. It's been a pleasure to make this video for you all today. Yeah, 123 subscribers now. The wife thinks it's not worth me doing all this for 123 people, but I tell you what, if he invited you all to the house, 123 people, it would fill the house. But obviously we'll do that in a couple of months, and we'll arrange a date and a time for that tea party. Anyway, thanks for viewing, all the best. We'll see you all very soon on e-NV200 Adventures. Bye for now.
Okay, join in.
Sorry for the stop button. Are you ready to sing? Bye. Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Headliner? If you think all England's done, we are the boys that will stop your little game. We are the boys that will make you think again. Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Headliner? If you think all England's done. Mr. Brown goes off to town on VA21, and when he comes home each evening and he's ready when he's gone. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Thanks for watching more eNV200 Adventures coming soon.
What kind of bow is impossible to tie?
A rainbow!